got their ears on. Mind you, don't put the hammer down around the chicken coop on I-65 southbound. There, you got a Smokey there with an X-ray. This here's the Big Red Rider. I'm tippy-toeing past the Bears in on I-74 West. Come on back.
The kids did nothing. I mean, obviously the teachers did nothing too, but at least adults, they've done something in their life, right? But kids, they're so innocent, they haven't done anything, and yet they get gunned down by some psychopath.
You never know, man. You never know. We did see a dog try to burn a house down, so you don't just assume these kids' innocence, man.
So wait, are you saying, Joey Vegas, that it's almost okay for the adults to die because they may have done something bad in their past?
They've been
No, I didn't say that.
Age,
Okay.
You must have done something terrible in your life where you deserve to die. So
You're 60. You're 61, so chances are.
But I can't call him.
Fuck someone over.
But I can't call them innocent because
Why?
they're
Yes,
not
they
innocent.
are.
No, they might be innocent. They didn't deserve to get shot. They're innocent
Thank
for
you.
being shot.
Thank
but
you.
They're not innocent. They've done wrong. They've stolen stuff. They've lied. They've been, unfaithful in their marriages or relationships.
Holy shit!
But kids
He's
have
not
done
wrong.
none of that.
I love
Adults-
you, Joey Vegas.
Adults
I love
are
you.
adults are pieces of shit.
I love you, Joey Vegas for president, folks. 2024. I know you didn't wrong this
Call
person
Ford
about-
now.
But you know what?
855-499
Did you hear that?
Ford.
I
Where's that
said
coming
they,
from?
I said they were
Hello?
not innocent
Can you hear me?
people in this particular
In this
case.
life, maybe, but in
Yeah,
this case,
exactly.
they were
feedback.
Exactly.
Oh my God, where is that coming from? Wow, that was crazy. We're live. This is the Ford Show, where we believe men do not menstruate. I'm Ford. Welcome to the program. Joey Vegas is here. Joey Vegas.
I am new and reformed Joey Vegas. I believe women have penises.
All right. Madness.
Yes. Men do not menstruate, and adults have always done something terrible, deserving of death.
Yeah, and I did not put in the previously on. I will do that in post. Oh, gotta do that in post. Oh. Let me try this
Call
again.
Ford now. 855-499-FORD.
The phone lines are
Hello? Can you hear me?
open. At least I believe they are.
You literally have no idea what's going on right now.
It's hard to know because I've done all that I could do. And so it's hard to know that they're live. I'm assuming they're live.
Do you have heat stroke? Are you all right? It's very hot out here in Southern California. You doing all right?
It is very hot. It's very hot in here.
Yeah.
Very hot. It's a scorcher. It is July 11. We are back on our normal night. We are live right now on YouTube. We are live on Rumble. We are live on X. If you're listening to the show on podcast, you can get the show live if you so choose. I have in my hand here, this is a book called The Gender Trap. It is not out yet. I have an advanced copy because that's how we do things around here. We do things big time. And this Gender Trap book is by the Gays Against Groomers Foundation organization group. And this book was written by Carla Curtis. She'll be on this show in August. Gays Against Groomers will be on the show on July 25. Two members who run the California branch of the Gays Against Groomers will be here. And I have this advanced copy. Now, I want to show you, Madness, I know I talked about this in our group chat, and I mentioned how small the font is, and it's 408 pages. No, it's 388 pages. But look at this font. Whew.
That's not that big or small.
Exactly.
I should
No,
say
it
small.
is that small. It is that small.
You could tell Ford has not read books in a while.
I don't read
that's
books.
that looks like a pretty standard spacing and font size there.
I do books by audio.
You know, Joey Vegas, it didn't come with a set of crayons and pictures, so He doesn't know what
No.
to do with it.
I do books by audio normally. That's how I've been consuming my books as of late. And I did get a letter here from Carl. I'm not going to read all of it, but I will read this part. I enjoy your insights and humor from the one show that I did see where you talked about the trans person who shot her parents, and would welcome the opportunity to be on your show to discuss my new book, The Gender Trap. Complimentary copy is hereby enclosed. So thank you very much, Carla Curtis, and she'll be on the show in August. Madness.
Yo.
Did you hear the president?
No, I don't listen to people speak like in sentences incoherently.
Were you just taking a selfie?
Yeah, was that what you were just doing?
No, I'm actually going to, since I don't have, I was going to go ahead and crop the screen right now and put it on Instagram with the phone number and see who the fuck, and broadcast it out that way.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what I was doing.
Okay.
So no selfie. I took actually a picture of the screen here.
Thank you.
I'm doing it the ghetto way here.
I should have
But-
smiled.
Yeah, you should have.
pose?
But yeah, it's okay. You don't have to do that. But anyways, what were you asking me?
Our president. Here, listen to him.
Oh,
this
go
was 2 days ago.
Secretary, you've guided this alliance through one of the most consequential periods in its history. I realize, I was talking to your wife,
Whoa!
I personally asked you to extend your service. Forgive me.
What did he say?
One more time.
Secretary, you've guided this alliance through one of the most
This is cut number 1. We have 2 cuts.
consequential periods in its history. I realize, I was talking to your wife,
Oh.
I personally asked you to extend your service. Forgive me.
So here's where I'm a little confused. It sounds
a
like
little.
it sounds like he says I'm fucking your when I was fucking your wife, but obviously he wasn't really saying that. But why did he apologize at the end if he didn't really say I was fucking your wife?
Do we have backstory on that? Who was he talking to?
Yeah,
The
what is
French-
that?
I think he was talking to the
Macron?
prime
French?
minister, maybe a France. I don't know. One more time.
Secretary, you've guided this alliance through one of the most consequential periods in its history.
I don't even know what he
realize,
said.
I was talking to your wife. I personally asked you to extend your service.
He said,
Forgive me.
So
I think he said talking to his wife.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. He's not trying to say I was fucking your wife. But then why does he apologize?
Because he knows he sounded like a dumbass?
I honestly, guys, I really have to understand this right now. Like, I don't know about you guys, but all the jokes aside of Biden, like, does this? I said this on the show before. I think Joey Vegas, is this not a little alarming? Like, take the jokes out of it for real. Like, this the biggest seat in the world, the leader of the free world, the president of the United States, is what is going on? Like, take yourself out of it. And what the fuck, Joey Vegas? Explain it to me.
I don't know. I mean, obviously people make mistakes, right? When people are speaking, even if they're reading a script or teleprompter, they're going to screw up.
Pause.
What?
Well, it's when Biden reads the
Yes.
teleprompter.
But I mean, like,
He
in
reads-
general,
He even reads his
in
instructions.
general, we screw up, we
And
stutter,
quote.
we say we do a lot of things.
You say a lot.
I don't, but thank you.
You're
I do.
You're a big big
I'm
guy.
Yeah, well,
You know, it's.
but I
go
just
ahead.
don't understand how the president of the United States can screw up so much and so badly, and yet, I mean, now the Democrats are starting to come around and be like, "Oh, okay."
So
I mean,
George-
that's really the The problem isn't so much the gaffe. And I have another one from today. That first cut there was from 2 days ago, and then we have another one. It wouldn't be so bad, Madness, if it didn't happen so often.
So often, yes, but here's the difference. Now, when we're comparing to another president, George W. Bush. Now, that guy couldn't talk very well. He said a lot of shit, but I think he was just a bad speaker in general. I don't think he was his strong suit. I don't think his strong suit was talking to the public. This guy feels like there's something incredibly wrong with him mentally. Not to shame him or anything even. I'm not even talking shit. Like, it's true. And it just to have that out there right now is weird to me. It just doesn't. It seems like a very weird decision.
And here's the second cut. This was from earlier today. So the first cut was from July 9, which was 2 days ago. And then the second cut here is from literally today.
And now I want to hand it over to the president.
Oh, I should, I have a little more backstory on this. He is going to introduce, is it Zelensky?
Yeah.
The guy who runs Ukraine. Okay, remember, Ukraine is in a war with Russia. And Biden is introducing Zelensky today in front of the world.
Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President,
I'm better.
you are a hell of a lot better.
So
You know what I love about this, though? It just exposes how stupid the Democrats are. I mean, just to think that this is what they have to sit there because they've been trained so hard to hate Donald Trump that they'll this is what they're doing. This is Orwellian as fuck.
I'm going to give Joe a little credit because he thinks a little quick on his feet on how he covers his tracks. Listen.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin.
He's like, President Putin? Wait a minute.
He's going to beat President Putin.
He's going to beat President Putin.
He's going to beat him.
President Zelensky.
He's Zelensky.
He's going to beat him. What is there, a chess match after this?
I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it.
I try to give him some credit, and then he does
I don't know,
that.
man, but beating Putin sounds like some term for masturbation to me, right, Joey Vegas?
Yes.
I give him a little credit, and then he turns around and goes, "I'm
gonna go
beat
beat my Putin.
First of all, why is Zelensky going around the world? If this war is so bad and so terrible, and oh my God, what is he doing out around the world?
Was it Zelensky's uncle that wanted to buy Callahan Auto Parts?
Yes.
Right? It was Zelensky,
I make
wasn't
Callahan
it?
Auto Parts for the American people because that's what I am.
Yeah.
That's who I care about.
Isn't that Zelensky? Isn't that?
Yes.
Is he trying to buy auto parts? Trying to buy poor Tommy Boy's father's Callahan Auto Parts brake pad?
Anyway, Mr. President,
I'm better.
you are a hell of a lot better.
And Zelensky's like, I'm better. Wow. On the world stage.
I mean,
You'd almost rather take the bad orange man, wouldn't you? Now, listen, I have to vote for Joe Exotic. Okay? It's an oath that I took 3 months ago. I have to write in for the Tiger King. So I'm not even voting for either one of them.
Are you doing that, Joey Vegas? Are you going to vote for the Tiger King, Joe Exotic?
I was not on that show,
He was
so
not
I
on
do
that
not.
show.
I did not make a pledge.
Man,
so
this
do
was
not have
just
to-
you and I who
I do not have
pledged.
to vote for him.
We pledged our vote to the.
Don't worry, I'll get some relatives that are dead to vote for him, though.
So do I have to write in? Do I write in Joe Exotic?
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
what he's.
Is that what he's running as? But
That's-
that's not his shoot name though.
Doesn't matter. That's what he's going to be as.
Well,
and he's
people write in Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse is
he's
not
real. Don't lie to me.
Joe Exotic. So I got to write in Joe Exotic, right? On my.
Doesn't matter. Write it whenever you want.
on your mail-in ballot.
No,
I
I
don't
don't do mail-in. I go in, baby.
Probably doesn't even count.
Oh, wait a minute. On May 7th, he quietly ended his presidential campaign.
Oh, well, now you can't vote for him.
Oh, what the
No, you still
I
can
mean-
vote. You can still vote for him. I could vote for Joey Vegas.
Joe Exotic, star of the 2020 hit Netflix docuseries Tiger King, has ended his presidential campaign. Madness, when was he on?
On our
It was-
show?
Yeah, let me go back here and look.
I think that might have been back in like April. Well, I think it was like actually like, yeah, I don't remember. I have to go.
I'm
look.
looking right now for those of you who want to watch this show. You can on
I'm checking right
YouTube
now
and
myself.
Rumble. And
Ford
I'm going
show.
back now here live on the air. I was not prepared to talk about this. I'm going back. I'm going to see where did we speak to Tiger King. We did so.
April 21st.
April 21st is right.
So literally 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after he did the Ford show, he quietly
I'm done.
ended his campaign.
Maybe we had something to do with it.
Maybe it was when I asked him if he was going to have presidential debates from prison cells.
No,
Maybe
I mean,
maybe that's what woke him up to say, wait a minute, this just sounds ridiculous.
Maybe it was
I'm
you.
tr- I'm
Maybe
trying to
you did
run
it.
for president, and I'm in prison. This
No,
is,
he realized once he talked to Ford, he was doomed.
wow.
'Cause
Yeah,
he's
bad
like,
publicity.
if that
bad
guy's going to
publicity.
vote for me, I can't run anymore.
Hey, listen, a bad publicity is better than no publicity at all.
Damn right.
So, see, Exotic's campaign committee, Joseph Maldonado to Free America. See, I think I would have to write in Joseph Maldonado. I don't think I could write in Joe Exotic. See, I was right. He filed a termination report with the Federal Elections Commission as if it was necessary. The filing reveals that his campaign has just $1,400 left in funding after raising $16,000. Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage, is currently serving a 21-year sentence in a federal prison for his part in a murder-for-hire plot, targeting his rival, Earl, hello, my cool cat and kittens, Baskin. So, I guess I'm not voting for Joseph Maldonado Passage now because he's not even running anymore. So I guess I won't be
So,
writing in his vote. So
Do you
now I
have
guess,
a backup plan? Do you have a backup
well,
plan? Who's your thing?
yeah, maybe Vegas. How about Joey Vegas? How about RFK?
Yeah, no.
Why not?
Because I don't like RFK. I never liked the Kennedys in general.
Ooh, ouch. How stiff.
What? I don't like the Kennedys.
Yeah, I know, but
There's only one Kennedy that
they
I
had a
ever
hell
liked.
of a run as a family
Well, yeah.
in politics.
Yeah, and most of them got murdered. Assassinated, if you will.
I voted in 2020. I voted for the Libertarian candidate, Joe
Jurgensen.
Jurgensen. Yeah, Joe Jurgensen.
Did you
I
vote for
don't
Joe
even-
Jurgensen, Joey?
I did not vote for any Jurgensen, Joe.
Joseph Jurgensen.
Who are they running? Who's the Libertarian Party running in 2024?
They don't have a candidate.
Oh, not yet.
No, I don't know. They probably do. But no one cares.
Libertarians pick Chase Oliver as presidential nominee, and I could hear you typing, whoever's doing that.
Deal with it.
Chase Oliver is who is the Libertarian candidate.
I mean, she will not win.
Nothing says throw away your vote like a libertarian.
Well, I mean, honestly, unless I'm going to vote for Joe Biden, I live in a state where I'm throwing away my vote anyway.
I mean,
So if I'm going to throw away my vote, I might as well vote for somebody I actually want to be president.
you don't even know what Oliver stands for.
I'm looking it up right now.
Well, good, because this is not shouldn't be an election show. We
He's
should
thir-
move on.
He's 38 years old.
Yeah, why are
How
we
about
talking
that? Don't we want a young guy in office? This guy's 38.
38? Who cares? We're on for almost 38 minutes. And all you're talking about is this.
I mean, we've been on for 20.
I know.
Yeah, we
close.
talking about 38 minutes.
Feels like it.
Well,
Feels like an eternity.
we don't have to talk about anymore about the election. I don't care.
We can, but nothing's really happened. I mean, the gaffes were funny. I mean, you also have. There's other one out there where he mentions his vice president Trump is his VP. Did you hear that one? You have that one queued
Yeah.
up?
No, I don't have that one queued because I literally just heard it before we went live. I didn't give myself enough time.
That was a good one. I think that was the best
When
blunder.
did he do that?
I don't know.
He had a prime time address the nation. He had a big boy press conference.
Was that today?
That was today, yeah.
And he called him.
He was 45 minutes late for it. And the first thing he said was, he's talking about his vice president Trump and how she is great and blah 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 and vote for vice president Trump and He never corrected it as far as I know, but he might have. But yeah, and then at the end, the question, some guy made mention of that, talking about you made you misspoke and called your vice president Trump, and he's like, listen to him, and he walked away.
I feel like I feel like this is scripted. Joey Vegas, Ford, I feel like this is a work. This whole election shit is a work. The guy's calling his VP, his guy's running against, whatever the fuck you call it. And he's calling Putin Zelensky. It's Zelensky's Putin. He doesn't know what's what. It just seems like he's making these gaffes on purpose. This is so stupid that I feel like it's on purpose. I'm sorry.
Can you hear this?
Yes.
I can't hear nothing.
Do you hear that?
Yes.
No.
Well, I know you and I hear that.
Oh.
And Madness can't hear it. All right.
No, I don't hear what you're doing. But
Yeah,
no,
he called
seriously.
her VP. Yeah, he called Kamala.
No, I hear you. So like this is so stupid and like that I'm like I don't have words right now. I'm actually stunned at how this is playing out right now.
Well, they're calling him to drop out. He's not going to do it, so fuck it. We'll cover politics when the next presidential debate happens, okay?
Fine.
All right?
Fine.
All right.
I was just saying we didn't want to dig in the rabbit hole of libertarians that have no shot of getting 2% of the vote.
Call Ford now. 855-499-FORD.
Hello? Can you hear me?
This is BBC News, the headlines. At their summit in Washington, NATO leaders pledged their support for future Ukrainian membership and agree $40 billion of military aid for Kyiv. Pressure mounts on President Biden as a US senator and another Hollywood star join a growing number of Democrats publicly calling for him to step down from the presidential race. And celebrations as England reach the final of the Euros after a dramatic win against the Netherlands. They will now face Spain on Sunday.
You're listening to The Ford Show.
And you're doing so live right now on YouTube, Rumble, X. So there you go. Let's talk about the Euros. You guys don't want to talk about American politics? We'll talk about European football. How does that sound? No? We don't want to talk about European football?
Oh, no. God.
It's all the rave. It's all the rave, baby.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. All right. You want to talk about masturbating on chicks' legs? Let's talk about that. Here we go.
He fucking nutted on my fucking leg!
Oh, the F-bombs.
You go to hell, bitch! Oh my god! He nutted on my leg! He nutted on my leg!
This is, of course, a story could only come from Philly. Philly trash, baby. This guy, his name is Gary Miles. He's 35. He had the balls. He had the balls to wear an "It's Not Going to Lick Itself" shirt while he ejaculated on a girl's leg. It's a real story. You heard the video. How about that?
How about
it? How about
How
it?
about it, Pete Rose? I don't know,
He was
man.
officially charged Thursday in connection with an indecent assault of a woman inside of a Dollar Tree in South Philadelphia.
Interesting. I don't know what to say about this. I feel like it's a traumatic experience for.
Could you imagine being the girl?
I'm just curious how it all went down. Did he like hide in an aisle to get it ready?
So apparently, well, let's go through it. All right. So this actually happened last month, but the video went viral last night, and Miles turned himself into police. The incident happened on a former member of this show, Nate's birthday, June 23rd, at a Dollar Tree on 56 East Snyder Avenue, for those of you in South Philly who want to visit the scene of the crime. Police did not release details of the assault, but video of the end of the incident went viral. The video showed a man running out of the Dollar Tree with a woman crying, alleging that the man ejaculated on her leg. Her actual quote was nutted. Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill offered to pay $2,000 for information on the suspect on the social media website X. Investigators released surveillance photos of Miles earlier this week showing him entering the Dollar Tree wearing a black T-shirt with a candy cane on it with the words, "It's not going to lick itself." According to police, Dollar Tree employees told investigators Miles frequents the Snyder Plaza and the nearby I-95 underpass, where they believe he parks his car. Court records show Miles was arrested at least 5 times from April 2011 to December 2021 on charges ranging from indecent assault to indecent exposure. This guy's got a history of being a pervert. He was charged with open lewdness in 2021, according to court documents. Oh, open lewdness sounds like you're walking around with your dick out. If I had to guess.
Yeah, I would too.
He fucking nutted on my fucking leg! You go to hell, bitch! Oh my god!
Traumatizing. That's what that is.
Very
Do we
irritating
know
voice,
if-
though.
Do we know if they got a DNA sample from her leg? Because
Ooh.
it sounds, I don't know, kind of sounds made up.
Are you? Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not saying
Hey,
he didn't do it. No.
I'm with him.
What?
This sounds like a fabricated bullshit.
I mean, I'm not
agree.
saying.
Oh, come on, you guys.
No, I'm not saying he didn't do anything.
Oh, you guys, guilty people don't run.
I didn't say he didn't do anything.
He is running out of that store
Yeah.
like he stole something.
He probably did steal something.
He did.
It's
He
a
stole
Dollar
that woman's
Tree in
innocence.
South Philadelphia.
Yes.
But I didn't say that he didn't do anything to this lady.
He nutted on her leg.
You know how? Hold on.
Listen to this girl start crying instantly. You don't think this man nutted on this girl's leg? Listen to her. You can't make this up.
I'm not saying she's lying.
Yes,
I'm not
you
saying,
are.
No. You're twisting my fucking words.
What are you saying?
What I said was I don't think he nutted on her leg. I think some other something happened.
No.
Because
There was a second nutter, like Newman. There was a second nutter.
Over
There was a
there
second
on the
spinner.
grassy knoll.
Yes.
There was another guy from down the road who could just ejaculate
no,
like
from
fucking
the
700
aisle
feet
over.
away.
From aisle D.
But again,
He shot
typical
over the aisle.
No, typical Ford bullshit.
Magic
Rick-
sperm.
Typical
Ricocheted,
Ford bullshit.
ricocheted.
He doesn't say the whole story. I don't know if they actually had semen.
That
if
is
they,
the whole story.
No, do they have semen? You don't know that.
But that's not.
So,
but that doesn't mean. Hold on. But that doesn't mean I didn't give you the whole story. That's the end of the article.
So
that's it.
So you're telling me
that's the story.
So you're telling me that this guy started masturbating.
Yes.
Because it takes a little bit to masturbate.
Yes, and that's
to
what
get
he
ready
was
to
doing.
Come.
Apparently, he was masturbating in the aisle,
And
and
then
then
he-
came up behind her as he was nutting and nutted on her leg. It's pretty It's pretty easy.
Okay. Two holes in the story. One,
I'm
it's
assuming.
It's South
I'm
Philadelphia.
guessing.
It's South Philadelphia dollar store.
Born and raised,
You know
baby.
damn well because they already showed that him walking in the store. They have fucking cameras.
Yes.
If he's masturbating for 5 fucking minutes, you think somebody don't see that shit?
You don't think people are watching everybody's every
if
move?
he's in a freaking aisle of a Dollar Tree, it's not that big of a store.
We don't know. We don't know where he was masturbating. The fact is, he probably crept up on this girl and nutted on her leg. That's very believable because the girl is hysterically crying that a man nutted. Now, if he spit, why is he running out of the store if he didn't nut on her leg? If he was completely innocent, you stand there and go, what you talking about, bitch? What are you talking about? He's running. Why? Because he's a pervert who ejaculated on her ankle.
Again, we don't have all the evidence. We don't know if it was actual nut. If they come out and said, yes, we gathered semen at the scene
I think
and
this
matched
girl,
his DNA, then that's it. Then it's true. He nutted. But until I know that he actually had semen on her leg.
he turned himself in.
Okay.
Could have just been. What if it was just some of that icing they put on like cinnamon rolls or something?
He
like that?
turned himself in, and something tells me this grown adult woman has seen enough nut in her life
No, she hasn't, because they don't pull out.
to know that it was semen on her leg. And she's screaming hysterically. So he clearly didn't spit on her leg because she wouldn't call it nut. She would call it spit. You see, because coming from your mouth is different than coming from your penis. So I think this girl is spot on, and this pervert nutted on her leg in a Dollar Tree store on June 23rd. Because, again, you don't run if you're innocent.
I didn't say he was innocent.
Yes.
I
You
said-
seem to think that he, spit on her leg
I
and
didn't
she
say-
thinks
no.
it's semen?
I just want to know if we have semen evidence. That's all I want to know. Because this chick, if he came up behind her, he could have spit. Okay? He didn't have to go ha 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 tua and be loud about it. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't live in South Philadelphia. I'm not that
You
good.
gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
Yeah, he could have been doing that. I don't know. And I don't. This chick seems, frantic. She's,
Yes,
calling him a
because-
little bitch,
Because a man,
and she calls her a little bitch, and then starts crying. I don't know.
yes.
I don't know what happened.
So they do say that it is allegedly. Now, he does turn himself in, so they were obviously looking for him. I would like to think that the police were called. They showed up. This woman's got semen globs on her ankle. It's pretty evident there's semen. We all know what semen looks like.
I don't see it in that video.
Well, no, because they censored it.
Did they?
Yes, they blur out the semen when they show her ankle. Watch.
He's nutted on my
See,
leg.
it's censored. Yeah, it's blurred out. Because you're not going to show semen on TMZ.com. Would you like me to see if I could find the unedited version of the semen video so that you can see what his nut looks like, and maybe that'll help you, that'll convince you more that he is a pervert?
Listen. If there's video out there, you can't even just by this video, you couldn't even if it wasn't censored.
I mean,
couldn't tell if it was nut or not.
Meek Mill bought it. He put a $2,000 hit on this guy to get some information.
Yeah, to get him arrested, and he turned himself in, so he gets a $2,000. Good for him.
Does he get his own $2,000? I wonder if Meek Mill will do that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay. I wanted to see if there was unedited video of this, but it's going to be tough to find somebody who is going to post this crime
It'd probably be on TikTok.
with an unedited video. I just like the fact that he wore "It's not going to lick itself" as he jerked off in the aisle of a Dollar Tree.
Allegedly.
You like that, huh? That's what you
Allegedly.
like?
It's what's the word I'm looking for?
Ironic.
It's ironic that that's what he's doing while he's wearing that shirt.
It's fitting.
It is very fitting. And Gary Miles, he's got a friend in Joey Vegas. Joey Vegas, you could be his lawyer, I think.
See, I'm not saying he didn't do anything.
Oh,
I
okay.
just don't know if it's nut. I don't know if she's making a big. She's going to be the next Haktua girl. She's going to have a line of T-shirts and hats and everything. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I agree with where he's going though. You gotta check everything because these videos nowadays they become very biased and cherry picked and edited down for somebody's perception.
I mean, listen, I would believe you guys. I would be a little more on board if she wasn't screaming frantically, like in a fucking heap.
Well, and here's another thing.
Yeah.
She had enough time to take out her cell phone from her purse or her bag.
But she could have had it in her hand.
Yeah, but you're not going to have it in your hand while you're at the Dollar Tree.
Why not?
You're gonna
you don't put your phone in your hand at the Dollar General?
Most people don't carry their phone on their hand. And even if she did, she had to find the camera app, okay, or press the button if she had an iPhone. Again, I don't know. Press on the home screen and then start recording him as she's running out. I don't know about you, but if someone just, nutted on my leg, I don't think I'd be like, oh, shit,
Yeah.
I'm going to start recording him and run out the door. No, you don't think of that. So
well, obviously she did.
no, you don't, because you don't know if she nutted.
did. She's recording and running away.
Yeah, I think it's all bullshit.
Oh Lord.
I
so
think
now
she's-
you've gone off the rails. now.
I think she's a bullshitting chick that wants to sue Dollar Tree. I bet you watch her file suit. I bet you she files.
They're
suit.
probably in cahoots, Joey Vegas. They're probably the nutter and the nutty are probably on the same committee trying to get all the money from the Dollar Tree.
I don't believe that, because the guy's probably going to go to jail regardless, because he's got a history of this. Of doing
that's
stuff
fine.
like
They're
that.
gonna
Exactly,
sue
Joey
Dollar
Vegas.
Tree.
There you go.
There
He
you
has
go.
a history,
But never nutting
of
on
doing
someone.
it.
Indecent exposure is different than actually
No,
nutting
it's-
on someone's leg.
No, it's just kind of a gateway to doing that.
Yeah, like marijuana used to be a gateway drug. It's
Yeah,
just
indecent
not
exposure is the gateway to perversion.
to masturbating on chicks' legs.
Very yes, exactly.
I'm on the chick side on this deal, and
I would-
Vegas is on the pervert
You
side.
always
so.
are.
I would take the chick side overall, even though it's a weird video, and I agree with some of what Joey Vegas was saying. But given the fact that this guy's running away and she's screaming like that, and I think that that's probably guilt.
The innocent don't run. Here's Rachel.
Again,
Yeah, well,
I
what?
didn't say he was innocent.
I know.
You're twisting my words,
You want a
jackass.
semen test? I get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program to bring you a special bulletin.
Listen up. It's time for Raging Rob's Music Minute.
You do want to be a part of that, don't you?
This is Raging Zelensky. No, sorry. This is Raging Putin. No. This is Raging Rob's Music Minute. All right, so this Friday, an album that a lot of people are looking forward to, The Death of Slim Shady. Eminem's new album is dropping on Friday. A track listing was released, and it looks like a song, Guilty Conscience 2, featuring Dr. Dre, will be on the album. I listened to the single. My buddy made me listen to his single last week. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. No, it's not. It's so bad. And Eminem, yeah, Slim Shady's definitely dead. But hey, if you like him, go pick up that album. Support music always. The Beastie Boys are suing Chili's over the use of their song Sabotage. You know, the chain restaurant industry is in a lot of trouble in America, and that ain't good for them. So don't use music you don't have the rights to. And lastly, my favorite part of the week, Katy Perry, who I absolutely cannot stand. She has a new album coming out September 20th. Well, her single, which is supposed to be a feminist anthem called Woman's World, well, it was co-written by 6 people, 4 of whom are men. And on top of that, one of the men has been accused by Kesha of sexual abuse for the last 9 years or something like that. Hey, Katy Perry, you deserve for nobody to buy your album because you're a talentless hack. Just like J-Lo. I hope nobody buys your album. You're probably not going to tour because you have no talent. Anyways, this has been your Music Minute. Fucking rage.
We now return to the Fort Show.
Wow. Raging Rob there. Extra stiff. This is the Ford Show. We're live right now on YouTube, Rumble, and X. Thank you for being here. And you can call the show if you'd like to call the show and let us know what you think of the semen nutter. Was it semen? Was it spit? Was there a second nutter? Maybe in the aisle over with the magic semen? We'll never know. But you could share.
Why is it magic now?
You could share. Well, it's like the magic loogie in Seinfeld. It could be the magic nut. So let us know. Call the show, 855-499-FORD. If you want to support the show with, I don't know, maybe you want to buy the hat that I'm wearing right now. BuyFordMerch.com. That's BUY FordMerch.com, MERCH.com. You'll see the T-shirt line that we have up there, as well as the hats. I only have one white mesh trucker hat left. That is a size that everybody can wear. It's one size fits all, and I only have one white one left. The white are pretty popular, so that's buyfordmerch.com where you can do that right there. And there you go. And there you go.
Raging Rob, not like in the new Eminem single.
Nope.
He's smoking.
I'm excited about it. I'll tell you that. I'm one of the guys that Raging Rob was talking about I'm excited for The Death of Slim Shady. Drops tomorrow. I don't know what time. Maybe it drops at midnight.
Midnight.
Is it midnight? So it might. So could
usually.
it could be 9? Could it be 9 p.m. for us, or do we have to wait till midnight too?
I don't know.
Oh man, I have been enjoying the shit. Can I just say, out of Shark Week? I highly recommend it if you guys haven't seen anything yet. HBO Max, I believe, is also streaming the shows. If you want to watch Shark Week, John Cena's the host. Love it. It's been great. Joey Vegas.
What's the appeal of Shark Week? I never understood it.
I love it. I love sharks. I love learning, and they're tremendous shows. Each show is different. Each show tries to teach you something new, and I love it.
Not
I
knocking
recommend
it. Not knocking it. I never watch it, but it feels like it just gets this big.
Me either.
This big buzz every year, and it's been like over a decade for this.
No, it's actually been 36 years.
Has it been that long?
Yes, and I've only watched the last 2. This is my second year of Shark Week. I, like you, had never watched, but now I can't live without it. It's great. And then this year, John Cena's hosting, kind of makes it a little extra sweeter, being a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Joey Vegas and I went to my 3rd concert in my life. That's right. I've only been.
I've been to more concerts in a week.
Yeah.
You've been.
I have only been to 3 concerts in my life.
What?
And we went to Blink 182. They performed at SoFi Stadium for an hour and 40 minutes. And I didn't know a song until we were 1 hour and 20 minutes into the set. But I enjoyed it anyway. I didn't know a song until, what's my age again?
Jeez.
Yeah.
I saw. You want to know? I saw Blink 182 for the first time in 2001. So that's how long.
That's prime Blink 182 days for me.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, they did an excellent job, even though I didn't know the songs at all to save my life. I thoroughly enjoyed the concert. It was great. It was even better. I didn't have to pay for it. Joey Vegas was high as a kite. Madness, you Madness. This guy was so high. I was like, man, you should almost do the show high. But then I thought, he will not shut up if he's high, and it will just annoy the shit out of me. Kind of like how you do when you're high.
I think I annoy you when I'm high?
No, I was just.
I thought I was a very pleasant man.
I was just being funny there.
Yeah. Just in general.
Yeah. No, Vegas. How many gummies? What's the measurement? Is it milligrams?
Milligrams.
Okay.
Either usually 5 or 10, typically.
Okay.
I mean, some people take a lot more than that, but
I think he took a lot more than that.
Well, I did take a lot more. No.
How many milligrams did you chew up and eat on Saturday night?
Well, I took one 10 milligram gummy.
Okay. At what time?
I don't know.
Oh, see, that's how high he was. He doesn't.
Well, no,
remember the time.
I don't know when I took it. The exact time, I don't know, but it was before we left to drive up there. So it was at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half before we got there.
So you took it about 3 hours before the show.
Yes, and then I took a second 10 milligram gummy once we got in the parking lot.
You chased it with another.
Yeah, so I did 20 milligrams.
Damn.
I'm a big guy. I need a lot of milligrams.
I could tell almost instantly that Joey Vegas was high because he would not shut up from the back seat.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I did shut up.
And his girlfriend said, Did you already take a gummy? He goes, I already ate one.
You took 4 of them then?
No, I took 2.
Two
They're
10s?
10 milligrams.
Oh, okay. So you took. I thought you took
Wow.
4 5s. I was like, okay.
No.
Why don't you do this? Let's before the show.
Oh, fuck.
Next week, because we don't have a guest next week, right?
Correct. We don't have a
Okay.
guest until the 25th.
Good.
I cannot do it.
No, not you.
Okay, because I
Just
got to
Joey
host
Vegas.
this show.
Joey Vegas and myself.
Yeah.
I will take the same amount as you.
All right, Joey Vegas, how much do you want to take next
Well,
week on the show?
I have to drive though, so I got to drive. I can't do that.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
true.
want. I don't want to drive high.
True.
That's
Don't
fine.
drive high. Driving high is drunk driving.
But
or some shit like
if
that.
I ever or if we're ever doing this on a day that I don't have to drive.
Now
do it.
hold on a second. How late do you have to wait? Because you technically, it's not like you have to spend the night because you ate a 5-10 milligram gummy.
It lasts 4 hours at least.
Yeah, it lasts a while.
Okay, but if he took it 2 hours before the show,
I would be at work.
All right, so you'd be at work high.
No, you take it 1 hour before the show,
Yeah.
Then we do the show. That's
Yep.
an hour. That's when it kicks in. Then he's got to stay by you for 3 more hours.
Yeah, it's nothing. You can eat dinner here. You'll be hungry.
It's only 10 o'clock, and then I
have
got to
a bag,
get home and wake
give
up
him a
at
bag
5
of
in the morning.
granola.
I'm starving. You know what? Then what we would have to do, Madness, is he would just have to do the show from his house. That's all.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And he's done that before.
He has.
Yeah, and the death of Slim Shady, they say should release at midnight Eastern.
All right, so that means we get it at 9 p.m. I can't wait.
Should, but they don't. There's no confirmation.
All right, a man was shot after fleeing a murder scene. A California man is in critical but stable condition and is expected to recover after an officer-involved shooting when the horrific discovery of his deceased parents and their dog after responding to a domestic assault at 7:30 in the morning. Orange County Sheriff's Department arrived on the scene at a mobile park home in San Juan Capistrano, or as we call it, San Juan Cap. 41-year-old Joseph Girdville was spotted covered in blood. So, Joey Vegas, under your thinking, he must be innocent.
You said he was shot.
No. At first, he was discovered covered in blood and chasing a maintenance worker in the neighborhood where his parents, 79-year-old Antoinette Girdville and 77-year-old Ronald Girdville, were discovered. According to responding deputies, the two parents were found decapitated and mutilated in what they described as a horrific scene. But he didn't stop there. He also decapitated the dog. According to the Sheriff's Department report on the matter, Girdville fled the scene after stealing the maintenance worker's golf cart and taking off in it. Authorities tracked him down near a bike trail where he was shot multiple times. Sheriff's personnel rendered aid to the suspect. They shoot him, and then they give him aid until the Orange County Fire Authority arrived and was able to transport this asshole to a local hospital where he is currently in stable condition, where as soon as he's well enough to go home, he will go straight to jail. This man decapitated his parents and the dog. Joey Vegas, tell us how decapitating the dog is the real issue here.
I mean that's a horrific crime. I mean, in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what an asshole to decapitate the dog. Tell us about it.
Yeah. What did the dog do?
But Bob Barker did not tell you he did not tell you to decapitate your pets.
No.
He told you to spade them.
What did the dog do? Like I could see.
What if he set the house on fire?
We just saw the dog bit him.
What if the dog was the same dog from last week?
Joey Vegas
that had the oven and the stove.
You don't know what this
burning
dog
the house.
did.
Fucking stupid dog.
What if this dog bit his ankle?
What if the dog nutted on its ankle?
What if the dog nutted?
That's probably a good reason.
That's a good enough reason to decapitate him, if you ask me.
I think so. Or maybe castration. I don't know. Maybe that's more fair.
True.
I mean, the dog was probably already castrated, to be fair.
You don't know
Maybe.
this.
Man, they could have been fans of Bob Barker.
Yeah. Spayed and neutered.
Yeah.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family with no heads, said Oshie Sheriff's Public Information Officer Matt Parrish.
I mean,
that's.
I'm
good.
sorry, I had to.
Yeah,
I'm not sorry.
Let's just end the show.
Yeah,
it peaked right there. It's peaked.
Yeah, that's the end.
Yep.
Everything else is gonna suck.
Good night.
Even
Good
more
night,
than the
everybody.
rest of it already has.
Good night, everybody. One, Ford won't be able to stop laughing. He'll get one of his laughing
No.
fits.
I'm a professional. I do professional.
Oh,
I do
yeah?
professional radio now.
Does the guy that sat out in the rain with the expired Vicodin think that? In the rain.
Got nothing to say.
I got nothing. These two bags.
They deserve to get their heads chopped off. These two.
Oh, God. Oh, geez. Hold on a second. I need a second. Hold on.
This is the Ford Show. This is the Ford Show.
Thank you. These two women are going to jail. I'm going to, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you the story. And Joey Vegas, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I went to you last time when I said guess the state.
Yes.
Okay. So, Madness, I'm going to you. You have to guess the state. I'm going to tell you the story.
Go ahead.
What? Go ahead.
You're going to do the story first?
Yeah, of course.
Go for it.
I got to give you some kind of backstory here so you can try to guess the state. Yes.
Let's hear it.
These two ghouls have pleaded guilty to propping up the corpse of an 80-year-old man in a vehicle so they could withdraw money from his checking account at a U.S. bank drive-through.
Where'd they find the corpse? Was he just...
He died in the apartment, and they stuck this dude in the front seat of a car.
Is it somebody did it say it's somebody they know?
Yeah, so here, I'll tell you the rest of it, then you can tell me the state, okay?
All
In
right.
court appearance last week, Karen Casbum is 63. I'm going to assume she's the one on the left. And Lorene Bea Ferrallo, 56. I'm assuming she's on the right, for those of you watching. Each copped a pair of criminal charges. Gross abuse of a corpse, which is a felony, in case you're wondering, and misdemeanor theft. Casbum, I was right, is on the left, and Ferrello is on the right. Both women have been in custody since their March arrest of mishandling the lifeless body of Douglas Lehman, with whom they shared a home with. Now, these Casbum, which again is the one on the left. Hey, Madness, no Googling. I hear you typing over there. Casbum is the one on the left, was the boyfriend to the 80-year-old, the girlfriend to the 80-year-old Lehman. A judge sentenced Casbum to 12 months in jail on the felony rap and 5 months of custody on the lesser count. Casbum's rap sheet includes prior convictions for theft, soliciting, criminal trespass, receiving stolen property, possession of drug paraphernalia, and attempted drug abuse. In the wake of Lehman's death, which remains under investigation, by the way, the relatives accused Casbum of using drugs and stealing from the man. So, Madness, I ask you, what state did these two ghouls go weekend at Bernie's and try to rob this old man of his money? What state?
I'm probably going to be wrong here, but I'm going to go with the state that I'm actually sitting in behind, where these ladies are from, and say Florida again.
Is it Florida? Joey Vegas, on to you for the win. What state did these two ghouls prop up that old man and play Weekend at Bernie's at the U.S. Bank drive-through window?
Well, they're wearing sweatshirts, so I wouldn't have guessed Florida because it was March. It was probably a little hot down there. I'm going to go Ohio.
Is it Ohio? It is. Nicely done, Joey Vegas.
Well,
nicely done.
Should have gone that route.
It's one or the other.
Yes.
That tells you something, doesn't it, Ohio? Doesn't it, Florida? It's one or the other, literally.
Yeah.
It's never any other state.
No, no. It's always one of the two.
I had another one too.
I'm curious how much they were trying to take out of the ATM.
You know, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does.
They tried to take a few $100 at a time out. But...
I'll tell you. Unaware, the pair then headed. Okay, so they propped the corpse up. They propped the corpse up in a Saturn Ion. I'm assuming it would be a Saturn Ion.
So wait a second.
And they drove to a what?
Would they put him in the? Where did they put him in the passenger seat?
Yes, they put him in the passenger seat. It was his. They drove his own car, by the way. They placed his body in the passenger seat and drove his car to the U.S. Bank branch, where tellers had previously allowed the women to withdraw money from Lehman's account as long as he was accompanying them. Unaware that Lehman was actually dead in the front seat, a bank employee let the duo withdraw how much money, Madness?
I don't know. I'm going to say $500.
That was close. Joey Vegas?
300.
You got further on. The U.S. Bank branch teller allowed these two ghouls to withdraw $900 from that dead man's checking account. This is what I don't understand. Why is your freedom worth only $900?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, the guy was 80. I was going to say, didn't he have a debit card? You could have just went to the ATM and, I mean, yeah, there's a limit, but nobody would have been the wiser. Yeah, there's a camera on an ATM, but, I mean, at least you could have got away with it. Maybe not got away with it, but at least longer.
Menace?
I don't know. This is baffling to me. I mean, what are you doing? Unless they just planned on how long they can keep his corpse. I mean, you can't taxidermy the guy and keep taking him through the bank. They can't keep doing it. Within a few days, the guy's going to start looking like a zombie.
Yeah.
So this isn't something you can do. Like, just going to cryogenically freeze the man and take him out when you need a few $100. I don't know. Unless they're drug addicts and they do wild shit for money.
There was another one. Give me a minute. I had another one.
We need a whole minute to fill?
No, I don't need a whole minute. I just need a couple of seconds. There was another story. Here it is. I found it. See, I just a second. That's all I needed. Because these two ghouls, let me get them off the camera there.
You keep these people with these faces on way too long for me to look
My
at.
apologies. Here's another one, kind of similar to this story. A hooker and her pal killed their sugar daddy and used his severed thumb to get into his bank account to buy booze and drugs. A 22-year-old escort and her pal were charged with killing their sugar daddy and cutting off his thumb, which they used to buy booze and drugs. Tiffany Taylor Gray, who witnesses says was involved in prostitution, is accused of luring 53-year-old Fossil Tuckamakalukalaka to his Washington, D.C. apartment on April 1, where he was struck in the head with a blunt force object, stabbed multiple times. One witness told police they saw Taylor utilize the descendant's thumb to obtain money from his account.
How do you do that?
Witness 5 also said that Taylor paid for an Uber, bought weed and alcohol with his thumb.
How do what the hell? Wait.
And then...
Do we have this technology? I just need my thumb?
And then she used his thumb to hitch a ride. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't really do that.
This sounds way made up, dude.
Okay,
that was where you lost me. I was like,
yeah, that last part was made up.
I'm glad you came clean and making up that horse shit.
No,
who
but
the hell hitchhikes anymore? Have you ever seen a hitchhiker? At least.
Well, it's funny that you say that. It's funny that you say that.
Why, is this how you got to get to work now?
No. It's funny that you say that. I mentioned the Blink-182 concert. And we're sitting there afterwards letting the 51,000 people leave. Letting them leave before we get in that long line. And we rented an SUV, and we had the hatch up in the SUV. And we're just hanging out. We're chilling. We're drinking some stuff. We're eating some snacks. We brought snacks like we were going to Joshua Tree. And a gentleman walks up. I think Vegas, was he a Mexican?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And he has a beer. I knew he has one drink in his hand that had not been opened. I'm assuming it was a beer.
Yep.
He was clearly intoxicated, and he said, "Can I hitch a ride with you guys and pay you gas money?" And we said, "Absolutely not." And then he said, "Can I sit at the edge of the truck with you guys?" We said, "Absolutely not." And madness, I swear, if I had Derek Jeter in front of me, my right hand to Derek Jeter, this man looked at us and said, now remember, he's a Mexican. He said, "You guys are worse than the N-word." And we were like, what the fuck? I'm talking hard R. Not the like they say in rap music. Not the We're talking hard R.
You guys are worse than the word.
He said, you're worse than N-words. And we're like,
oh, he said that. Okay. I didn't know because the way you're saying it.
Hello?
What?
Are you there?
Yes, the way you were saying it was confusing.
Well, because I can't say the word.
Right.
Okay.
I thought you said you're worse than the N-word. Like he was like, you guys are worse than saying the word.
He used the N-word.
But he said that. He's okay. He just flat out said it. Okay.
Yes.
Hard R's.
Hard R's. And we were like, what the fuck? We're like, all right, bro, that's it. You wrap it up. And he said it again, Vegas. He was a multiple N-word offender.
Oh, he said it 4 or 5 times. Yeah. And I was waiting because there were, multiple black people there.
I would have loved to have heard
at
it.
the concert.
Yeah.
And most of the workers were black.
Yeah.
So I was, remember, it's Inglewood, California, and I was waiting for one of them to walk past as he's saying the N-word. And I'm like, I hope this guy gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, it would have been great. But I was like, wow, from a Mexican, you're using that. It's not even a white guy. Like, I could be like, oh, okay, you're funny, you're white. But it's a Mexican guy talking like that. And I'm like, whoa.
Like he just expects black people and white people to give him rides. I don't understand.
Come on. Don't you have Uber?
And then we talk about, like, don't you have any friends? He's like, no. They're like, you came here alone? He's like, yeah. We're like, and you don't have any, you didn't have a car? You didn't have an Uber? Like,
what an asshole. I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening.
I don't think he's listening.
No, he ain't listening. He's probably in jail. Or in
so
the
then
hospital.
he went and he bothered another couple of friends that were hanging out. And we saw him sitting on the concrete in the parking lot as we pulled away. He could still be sitting there for all I know. He could still be there. So that's our racist story of the week. The Mexican at the Blink-182 concert. What a dick. I mean, I can understand. Yeah, I can't understand. Like when you're like rapping, like when I'm alone in my car, because I don't do it around like society, and like the N-word comes up in a rap, like I'm listening to 50 Cent. But to use the hard R to a bunch of white people, like what was he expecting we were going to do? Yeah, we are worse than, I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird, you could have just called us white trash, right, Vegas? That's what I would have.
I mean, he could have.
Would have been less offensive. He just would have called us white trash. I was offended, and I'm not even black, and I was offended.
He was trying to offend 2 different races that were in his.
All right. I got nothing else.
Too much emphasis on racism. Way too much. Way too much emphasis on race.
Yep. I don't see
Media's
color.
done that. The media has done this.
I don't see color. I'm O.J. Simpson. I don't see color.
Good for you.
BuyFordMerch.com is the website. Help us out. Buy a shirt. Buy a hat. Don't be a jerk. You can follow the show on X at radio_Ford. Joey Vegas' handle's up there. Madness next week. Put your handle up there, will you? Thank you very much. And that's all I got. Next week, maybe Vegas will be high on gummies. Who knows? Who knows?
Never know.
You got anything else, Madness?
That's all.
All right. Remember, if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. We'll see you guys next week.
Good night, jabroni marks without a life that don't know if it's a work when you work a work and work yourself into a shoot. Marks.
See ya!